I was trying to take Uber to that next level. When you got in my car, it was an automatic conversational starter. Even if I got like some shag rugs or, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you Uber drivers, you need to take some notes from the best right here. I'm giving you my secrets.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yo.
But yeah, man, so listen, tell me a little bit more about your story, because like it's just an unbelievable story where you were one of the early adopters of Uber, and then this thing transitioned to you meeting great people, like unbelievable people. The story is like, for anyone out there like that's just getting started and they're hustling, like you started to meet people and surround yourself with great people that helped you grow. Yeah.
I think the most important thing that I ever learned was always how to add value. Like, no matter who I met, it was always how I can add value to somebody and make a lasting impression. You know, for my Uber, it was just, I wanted to be different. You know, there's too many Uber drivers. I'm unique. You know, I started off with some blue lights in my car, some black lights, and I got like some LED, like it was like some lime green glasses that like they glowed in the dark. And then it led to me like just wanting some LEDs under the seats. You know, I was trying to take Uber to that next level. When you got in my car, it was an automatic conversational starter. Even if I got like some shag rugs or, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you Uber drivers, you need to take some notes from the best right here. I'm giving you my secrets.
Dude, that is a gift. No. What you just said, and this is something that I learned early on, is that it's not about asking what someone else can do for you. It's about adding value to somebody else. And if you continue to think about how can I make whatever they're doing, promote their business, give them a gift that has their name on it, not your name on it, it's like you're blowing them up. And maybe it comes back, maybe it doesn't, but you're putting good out there. And I'll tell you, I think universally it comes back, universally, because you create that relationship.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. But I love that your idea in Uber was that I'm going to be different and I'm going to create something that it's going to be a conversation starter.
Yeah.
You're making me think like now I got to do that.
Have you ever got an Uber that's a little bit different? Maybe their car is just nice and clean. You know what I'm saying? They got the good vibes in there. They got a little iPad. It's just different. Like I even got in one yesterday and he had a little trash can there and a little magazine and he had something else there. It's the little things that stood out. To me, it was more of like, okay, I want to make my car cool. I want it to stand out. I want it to, you get in, it automatically opens up. Like I would have, like I first started off with the LEDs and I got a little disco ball. Now people are trying to copy me, but I was like the first innovator in that game that changed the game. Like you got in my car, I had a smoke machine. I had the smoke machine. I created my own flavors of smoke where it would like taste like chocolate in the air, like using organic formula. My friend Zach was like an inventor and he was like, Zach, help me come up with this. He's like, oh, I got this. He figured out how to make it organic. And like we had eucalyptus fog, we had chocolate fog, we had different flavors. Like we were trying to take you on an experience like a Disney World and engage all your senses, like from sight, see, taste, like all of it. Like I wanted to be a full experience. Like even like restaurants, like I was having dinner the other day with a girlfriend of mine, and I was just having some sushi, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, it would be nice if this was like a jungle theme, and I heard some like backgrounds of a jungle behind me. Like that would be like the ultimate experience and different.
Yeah. That's like the Sphere now, man. They have like the Wizard of Oz. Like you're in there and like you see the whole thing. There's wind and stuff and rain.
Exactly.
And you give people
an
experience.
That was like my whole thing back in the day. I wanted to be different and network and meet the coolest people in Miami and be able to build relationships. It wasn't always about the ride. It was more about building relationships. And it's like, I use that even into my Coco Love nowadays, where I don't go in trying to sell somebody anything. I go in there and try to build relationships. I'm not trying to sell you. I want you to just like our product. And if you like it, then you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and telling our story as well.
Did you have, like, were you using social media at all, like, like when you were doing this Uber driving, or was social media, it's still maybe a little bit older at that point? Like, TikTok wasn't a thing.
So I was
Instagram's baby.
I was more ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the early people in social media, actually helping people gain followers on social media. So I was helping a lot of people in the beginning, a lot of artists. I was able to manipulate social media and like attach thousands of followers to people's accounts. And early days, like I figured a way to do that. Twitter, Instagram. So I was working with a lot of people adding value and then I naturally just got good at Instagram myself because I had to help other people and celebrities with their social media. So eventually I learned everything. Like I feel like each level, you know, it's like the more you learn, the more you earn.
Yeah.
That's like, I heard that from Warren Buffett. And just like every time I learned, I just applied it to the next level. So when I got into Uber, I already had like 50,000 followers that I was able to start my Uber account with.
Oh, that's like unbelievable. I think, you know, what's really unique, and that so many people, I don't think they understand it, is that you're the Uber driving and you're talking with the people that are in the Uber and you're building these relationships. You're literally training yourself over and over and over, like however many times a day. I don't know how many Uber rides there are per day, per week, per month, but whatever. You are learning how to communicate, how to talk with people, how to be social, how to charm, and you know what I mean, and like become friends, build that relationship. There's so many people that just don't have that skill. You know, and then you're able to translate that into sales. That's like into building a brand. What's cool is you also bring that passion that you had from all the stuff that you were doing as an entrepreneur into a massive growing business like Coco Love, you know?
And I also think it's also your mindset. I always was fascinated with the self-help and reading books and learning on how I can better myself. I probably spent, you know, lots of money, downloaded hundreds of gigabytes of self-help stuff, and just program my mind. I would be in the car. I'll be listening to tapes. Brian Tracy, you know.
Tony Robbins.
Jim
like, Rohn.
All of them. Even one of these guys, I forgot his name. But I even drove him one time. But
really?
It's just all these books. So the two main things that changed my life, right, was in the beginning of all this, was learning about the law of attraction, right? Uh-huh. Is knowing that I can really attract anything I put my mind to, as long as, you know, that if I wanted it bad enough, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I learned that every thought had a frequency and I wanted to change that frequency. So I started to eliminate negativity from my life at all costs.
That's one of the best things that anyone can do. When you eliminate those toxic people or people that bring you down, or they're rooting against you, or they're not going in a direction, you cut that out completely.
Yeah, I cut that frequency out. I block it, like any negativity. No, I just want positivity in my life. Yeah. And the moment I started to do that, my life just completely changed. Like I eliminated it completely, and everything I wanted to do was just add. I wanted to just do good. Yeah. And also the other part was, I learned this from a book by Brian Tracy. It's called No Excuses. The moment I stopped making excuses and I took more action, that's the reason that my life really took off to a whole nother level, because a lot of people think of an idea, but they don't execute. Yeah. So if you're a person that instead of just thinking about it, just act, just go do it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just go act. Yeah. You see that girl you want, go do it. You know, go up to her and say something like, hey, I just had to come up to you and say, I think you're absolutely beautiful. It's just like those actions just like led into me being a better person. In the book, it said, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And that was like the biggest thing that stuck out to me. It was like, okay, I want something bad enough, but it's not going to be given to me. If I want it, I have to go get it. I'll take the action. And every step just pushed me further and further. Each time I was like, listen, I got to take my car to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. I'm in an event, and I drove my friend Patrick to an event. And at an event, I just started networking and meeting people, and I met T-Pain. Yeah. I did not know he was the biggest gamer in the world. He was there at the Xbox event, and he was like, hey, man, I want to see your car. And I was like, how do you know about my car? And then next thing you know, I'm like bringing him outside, showing him my car. And this other guy's like there, I want to see your car too. This guy comes up, he's like, I got a gift for you. And then I open it up, it's a brand new Xbox. And he's like, here's my card. I'm Aaron Greenberg. I'm the GM of Xbox.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And he's like, listen, I want to give you this. It's not out yet. There's only like 50 of these Xboxes in the world. It's a special edition Gears of War. I want you to have this. And I could have just taken it and sold it online. Sure. But I'm like, no, I want to add value. because, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So what I did, I went back home. I called my friend Zach. I'm like, Zach, I have to create the Xbox experience in my car. So I went out and I got the biggest TVs I can fit in a car. I measured it out. I got 24-inch TVs right there. It was the biggest one I could find at Best Buy. 24, another 24-inch. And then I figured out how to do an HDMI with a splitter, merge both TVs together, and I created an Xbox experience. I tweeted it to him. He tweeted me to 10 million people on Xbox before Instagram was even out.
Oh my God, dude.
And then next thing you know, I was sponsored by Xbox. Anytime I needed anything from Xbox, I still got one at home that I showed him. Yeah. It says, I never opened it. And it has his business card attached to it from Aaron Greenberg from Xbox.
Oh my God, man. That's unbelievable.
So shout out to Aaron. Thank you for believing in me. But it's about adding value. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you get an opportunity, take that, but take it to another level. I took it to another level. I had smoke. I had the LEDs. It was the most beautiful thing in a car. And I had to figure out how to wire it, how to connect the battery, how to get the TVs to work, how to get an inverter, how to have enough power to create that experience. And that ultimately led me to creating my karaoke experiences in my car and just taking my experience to another level, because people wanted not just only play video games, but listen to music. And I just started to take the whole car experience to another level, and I just kept leveling up until one day I'm at the right place at the right time, and Drake comes in my car and posted me on his concert weekend with 2 sold-out shows.
Oh, my God.
And while the shows are going on, I'm still on his Instagram, him doing a karaoke experience in my car.
In your car. And was it, and so like, were people able to reach out to you directly to get rides at that point? Because I mean, obviously, I know you transitioned, right, from driving Uber to actually running a business about
running a business.
Buses.
So I had to figure out quickly on how to do this, because at the time you can only book me through the Uber app to make it legal. So what I did was I figured out a way to create a Calendly link. And then I would charge people a $50 reservation fee to book me and reserve me for a certain time. And then when I show up, I would connect to them on the Uber app.
Wow. So then you became the Uber driver, like the number one Uber driver in the world.
I started to do $150 an hour.
Wow.
Just really reinvented Uber, because people were going to Uber to get an experience. I was so ahead of the time. People want an experience. I just figured out how to make limos better.
Yeah.
I had good AC, good quality sound. I rolled out a red carpet. As soon as you get in my car, I dressed up as a Tarzan outfit. I would roll out a carpet, and I make you feel special. You would leave there with a smile, having a good time. And it got even crazy. Like one time for a 15-minute ride, somebody gave me $1,500 from the Miami Heat arena.
Oh my God, man. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
So I was really the ultimate driver, because I just created an experience that was different. Sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to make it a little 10% different and switch it up. It's all about the experience, all about making people happy. Even later on down the line, when I started doing my limo experiences, I would charge people $250. I would go to every single experience. I would go to Total Wine and get a $20 bottles of gold, like a gold champagne bottle. And I'd have it nice on ice there. As soon as they got in my limousine, you got the champagne ready. It would be included into every experience. And it led me to eventually becoming a partnership in a champagne company.
Wow. Dude, see, like everything that you do, like you just said, it's like you got to take tremendous action. Yeah. If you see something, or there's an opportunity, or you have an idea, like you can't just sit on the idea. You got to do it. Right? What's the worst that happens? It fails. Or what's the best that happens?
At least you'll get one step closer to your dreams and visions and goals, It's
unfortunate. There are a lot of people that sit back and they'll like criticize and they critique, and they don't ever take that action. They never take that next step to grow, right? And to become better and to add value, like you were talking about.
You didn't have to do a podcast, but you wanted to be different.
This is something I'm telling you, with our law firm. I mean, I was one of the earlier adopters of social media. Like, there's not a lot of lawyers on social media. There's a lot more now, and I may not be the best, but I at least put myself out there and started making videos and content.
And some of your content's funny too.
And some of it's all right. Some of it's all right. Yeah.
Sometimes you got the little squeaky voice.
Well, we did something about the Ed Gaines show. So
I saw that.
Pretty funny, man.
But it's good. It shows your personality too. That you're not just a stuck-up guy. Yeah. That you're different. You got personality.
Yeah, and we started the reason I started the podcast was because I started getting all these a bunch of phone calls. We were making some mistakes on Google, and I was getting phone calls for cases that weren't personal injury cases. They were like real estate law and criminal defense and whatever. And I'm like, I need to get these cases. Like, there are lawyers out there that I don't know that can take these cases. So I started to build this network of other lawyers who don't do personal injury that handle those cases. And so when I get a phone call, I know where to send it. And then I thought to myself, well, man, other people need to know about this lawyer too. And so we started this podcast where I'm inviting just, it started with lawyers and it became, maybe people in fitness or influencers, things like that, to help add value to whoever it is that's watching and promote them. You know what I mean? It's not so much about me. It's about, I want to hear more about you,
Yeah.
And that I think has helped out a lot, because everyone that I've created content for, like when we do something like this, I give them the content, they put it on their website, they put it on their social media. And there was a lawyer that was just here the other day, and we went all over a bunch of family law stuff. We did some content. We started posting it. As soon as she posted it, another person saw her video, called her up, and she got a case signed.
Wow.
So that's lead generation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just a whole different ball game. And what it cost. It cost her to come to the office, hang out, and do a podcast. Nothing. So there's just a lot of different ways to market and to grow.
Yeah, it's just exciting. Like everything just prepares you for the next level. And it's just crazy on how every time I leveled up, it was from the Uber to then creating my own limousine experience.
Yeah.
I went to the city. They're like, listen, we can't give you a permit on your SUV.
Uh-huh.
But if you get at least a 9-passenger van, we can give you your permit in 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. Well, I blew up Uber. People are calling me for rides. I wanted to create my own app. They're like, listen, just get a 9-passenger van and you can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I got a plastic surgeon that I was driving to invest. I convinced him. Somebody said the other day that I can sell sand to anybody.
Right.
But I convinced this plastic surgeon. His name was the Magic Surgeon.
Yeah.
And he's a famous plastic surgeon in South Florida. And I convinced him, like, hey, now's the time. I have Kim Kardashian talking about me. I got Drake posting about me. Listen, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Let's go now. Now's the time to go even harder.
Sure.
And he went out and bought me my first van cash.
Oh man, that's awesome.
$35,000. We found a sprinter. I connected 2 doctors together. One was a general practitioner and one was a plastic surgeon. He wired him the money and he was like, listen, I believe in you, kid, but not fully. We're going to do the deal, but I'm going to own 75% of your company and you'll own 25%. And as soon as you pay me back the van, we'll flip it.
That's awesome.
And he believed in me and we made it happen. And then after a year, I got my second bus, got my third bus, and I built it all the way to 5 buses.
That's awesome, man.
And just really success story. Each time I leveled up, and each time I got better, from one van to the next one. I wanted to make the space better in the van, so I started to build and design my own vans and my own custom layout that would fit people comfortably.
Sure.
And it was all about having the people all face each other. So I created... It was 4 individual benches. Somebody would sit comfortably, like it's not the U-shaped. I designed my own thing. It was 4 individual benches, 2 face each other, and 2 were like this. And I was really able to fit 16 people in a limousine experience and be able to charge $300 an hour. And it just really blew up in South Florida. Everybody wanted an experience. They didn't want just a regular limo ride. That was boring. They wanted me to roll out the red carpet. Mm-hmm. They wanted to feel special. And I basically created a nightclub on wheels. There was smoke, there was lasers, the TVs. I created my own system. You would speak into the remote, and within 1 second, it would play on the TVs. And I just really transformed the limo experience in South Florida.